Creepy kindergarten encounter.
This happened when I was in kindergarten, so I was about 5 or 6. My mom had recently welcomed home her second baby, and he wasn't born in the best condition. This isn't important until later. Anyways, my school district had an early release day for us. However, my mom must have not seen it on the school calendar because she wasn't waiting outside for me. My old apartment building was the kind of building where you either needed a key or to be buzzed in by a tenant. Because I was 6, I didn't have my own key, so I just rang the bell. However, my mom didn't buzz me in, as she didn't know I was supposed to be let out early. With no choice but to wait outside, I sat down on the steps and waited for my mother. It seemed only a few minutes had passed before a man walked up to the steps with a key in his hand. Assuming he was one of the other residents, I quickly explained my situation to him and asked if he would let me inside. The man obliged to let me in, but told me to stick with him for safety. Naturally, this made sense to me, so I agreed. I reckoned he wanted to stop at his apartment for a moment and then he would walk me to where I lived. He opened the door and stepped into the building. He grabbed my wrist and pulled me in behind him. It just dawned on me that it was a rather small apartment building and my mom knew almost all the tenants. I didn't recognize the man as one of them, but I figured he must have moved in recently. I found it weird that he grabbed my wrist, but when I tried to pull it away, he only held it tighter. Once we get inside, he quickly began walking down the hallway towards the back door. At this point, I knew something was wrong, but being 6 years old, I couldn't do anything to help my cause. For what happened next, I am forever grateful. My mom's friend, we'll call her Michelle, was on her way to the back door because that's where the parking lot was. Upon seeing the man trying to take me out the back, she screamed at him, demanding to know who he was and what he thought he was doing with me. The man quickly let go and ran out the back. Michelle took me back to her apartment and let me wait there until my mom got home. I asked Michelle about this recently, and she told me that the man hadn't been a resident in the building. So, creepy man who tried to make off with me, you can go fuck yourself.
Weird guy stole stuff from my house.
I was 7 years old, and I was in my bedroom drawing when I saw someone enter my house from the front door, put a finger up to his lips in the shush motion, and proceeded to take things from my house. He was one of my mom's friends, so I thought she said he could have them. Well, when my mom got out of the shower, I told her that he came to grab some stuff, and she flipped out, called the cops and everything. After he got out of jail, he would stalk my backyard and stare through our windows, sometimes jingling the doorknobs. The last time I saw him, we came home from the store, and I ran to my bedroom to see him crawling through my small bedroom window in the darkness. The police got a hold of him once again, and he was gone after that. Never once saw that man again.
Internet creeper.
Hey everyone, I was just lurking through Let's Not Meet, and saw a story that reminded me of something that happened to me when I was about 12 or 13. I'm now 18 and thought I would share. So, around ages 12 to 13, all of my friends were getting into makeup and clothes, etc., and were constantly buying nice designer stuff. My family were broke at that time, so I was never able to get this stuff. This led to me and my best friend Emily looking for ways to find money. Where I live, you can't get jobs at 12 or 13, so we were thinking of doing jobs for our neighbors, such as walking dogs or car washing. Emily came up with the idea of me doing modeling for money. She said you can put pictures of yourself online, and photographers will get in touch with you, and you could potentially get money. So, being stupid, we went on to loads of modeling websites, most of which probably weren't legit, and started putting my picture everywhere. We also put my phone number on there so that people could contact me. Anyway, nothing really came out of this, but the next weekend I was round back Emily's house and my phone rang. It was an unknown number, and I answered. From what I could tell at the time, it was an older man with a thick northern accent. He started off by saying he had recently seen my picture online and complimenting me, saying I was very pretty. He then went on to explain how he could have a potential job for me. So I asked him what he would want me to do. He said he would like for me to come to an office in the city and read a script. But the script was quite mature and he wasn't sure if I was old enough. I told him I was 13, and this is where it got weird. He started asking questions about my body. If I had had pubic hair yet, if my breasts had come in, how big they were. He was even asking if I shaved my legs yet or if I'd grown hair there yet. At the time, I was so stupid and young I didn't realize these questions were fucked up, so I actually answered them. He also explained all about the script he had wanted me to read. This was basically him describing people having an orgy. As we continued to speak, his breathing got louder and he sounded as if he was doing something he shouldn't be. Then he asked if I was home alone. I was, but instead I said no and that my friend's mom was home. He replied by saying, well, why is her little purple car gone then? This freaked me out and I hung up. My friend's mom did have a small purple car at the time. I have no idea how he would have known that. Maybe it was someone we knew. I'm not sure, but anyway, after that I went back online and took all of my pictures down from the modeling sites.